Hello everyone, welcome to EduTalk. So in today's session, I am going to discuss with you the important curves in economics, and today we will discuss about the Phillips and Engel curve, and in tomorrow's session we will discuss about the Kuznets and the Laffer curve. So before starting with the curves, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel, and please join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. You can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So why these curves that I am telling you is very important, because they have been asked in the RBI grade B, in the SEBI grade A, and in the NABARD grade A. Okay, here is the proof that in the NABARD grade A, there was a previous year question in 2018 phase 1, that which of the following states that inflation and unemployment have a stable and inverse relation. Okay, is it Laffer curve, is it Kuznets curve, is it Phillips or Engel, or all of the above? This you will surely be able to answer by the end of the session. So now starting with the Engel curve first. See, Engel curve tells us about the relationship between the income and the commodity, or the quantity of a commodity. That is, if income is increasing, what is happening with the commodity? What is happening with the quantity of a commodity? So that is told by the Engel curve, that what is the relationship, or Engel curve tells us the relationship between the income, increase in income or decrease in income, with the quantity of the commodity. That is, if you are buying one pizza per month, now your income has increased from 10,000 to 40,000. So you will buy 4 pizza per month. So with the increase in income, the quantity of a commodity is increasing. And this happens in the case of normal good and luxurious good. Now what these terms entails, the term itself tells us about the normal good and the luxurious good. Normal goods are the goods that we normally use, like the clothes we normally use. Luxurious goods are the goods like car, the mobile, and these are the luxurious goods. Okay, so normal goods and luxurious goods have a positive relationship with income. Okay, they have a positive and direct relation with the income. That is, with the increase in the income, the commodity will increase. The quantity of the commodity, the demand for the commodity, the consumption for the commodity will increase. And as the income increases, the quantity of the commodity will keep on increasing. But the inferior good, now I have told you about normal and luxurious good. Inferior good is a good that is in comparison with the normal good is considered to be inferior. Like for example, if I have the income of 10,000, I am eating white bread. But now my income has become 40,000, so I will eat brown bread because I have become more conscious about my health. And there are like standards also that I have to maintain now. So I will start eating the brown bread. So the white bread has become inferior in comparison to the brown bread. Okay. So now there will be a reduction in the quantity of the brown bread, white bread that I am consuming. So inferior good, with the increase in income, what happens? That your consumption for the inferior good reduces. That's why it is a downward sloping curve. It has a negative relationship with the income. That is, if the income is increasing, the quantity that we are buying, that we are demanding for the inferior good reduces. With the increase in income, what is happening? The quantity or the demand for inferior good reduces. And with the increase in income, the demand for the luxurious good, the demand for the normal goods will increase. So this is all about the Engel curve. Very easy, you can say. Okay, this is all you have to remember about the Engel curve. Now we come to the Phillips curve. That is one of the most important curves that have been asked so many times in different government exams. Okay, so Phillips curve tells us the relationship between the inflation rate and the unemployment rate. That if the inflation rate, this tells us the inverse relationship. That if the inflation rate is rising, what is happening to the unemployment rate? It is decreasing. So there is an inverse relationship. Okay, now before understanding that why this concept is there, let's understand that how it started. Okay, it was started by the A.W. Phillips, who was the one that pioneered the concept of the Phillips curve, and he was the one that didn't relate the unemployment curve with the inflation rate. He related the unemployment rate with the wages. Okay, but later on the Paul Samuelson and Robert Solow were the economists that said that instead of relating it with the wages, let's relate it with the inflation rate. That will be better from the current scenario point of view. So Paul Samuelson and the Robert Solow were the ones that related the inflation rate and the unemployment rate. And why we still call it Phillips curve? Because A.W. Phillips was the one that pioneered the concept of such a curve. So why are we relating inflation rate with the unemployment rate? Why is this inverse relationship there? Okay, you will understand it in 5 steps, very easy 5 steps. if there is economic growth in a country, what will happen? How can we say that there is economic growth? When there is more production, when there is more demand or more consumption. And with this more demand, what happens that the production cannot keep pace with the demand, okay, because there are so many things involved in the production. So the prices rises because demand is more than the production, so the prices rises. There is inflation in the economy, and with the inflation the producers are very happy because they are getting the more money for the same commodity. So the producers will start producing more, and when they are starting producing more, they will hire more workers, they will employ more workers, and the unemployment rate or unemployment will decrease. Take an example of a bakery that you have opened. Before the demand was for 20 patties, so you were employing 2 laborers only, but now the demand has increased to 100. So you will need 10 workers at least, okay, or at least you will increase some of the employment. So with the increase in the production, you will need more workers, and that's why the unemployment will decrease. So when the inflation rate was 2%, there was 6% of unemployment, but with an increase in the inflation to 5%, the unemployment will reduce to 3%. So with an increase in the inflation, the unemployment will reduce to 3%. So the A.W. Phillips and the economists that were of that time, they said that it is a stable relationship, that always whenever inflation increases, unemployment will decrease always. But can we see it that in all conditions this happen, that if the inflation is increasing, the unemployment is decreasing? No. I will tell you why. Have you heard about the stagflation? Stagflation is a condition in which unemployment is increasing and the inflation is also increasing, because the producers are not very they do not have better expectations for the future, so they are not producing much, so the unemployment is high as well as the inflation is also high. So in that condition, the economists said that stagflation came in US, so the economists questioned Phillips curve, that why is this relationship being shown when the Phillips curve said that if the inflation is increasing, the unemployment should go down. So this was the question that was put up by the economist after the US stagflation. So then the concept of the long run Phillips curve came, that there is a short run Phillips curve, that is the Phillips curve that shows the downward slope, that if the inflation increases in the short run, the unemployment will decrease. But in the long run, there is a natural rate of unemployment. I hope you all know what the natural rate of unemployment is. But if you do not know, I will make a separate video for it, and you can comment down below if you need such a video or you understand what natural rate of unemployment is. So now in the long run, what happens that there is a natural rate of unemployment, and that's why only the inflation rate increases or decreases. Okay, so there is a difference between the short run Phillips curve and there is a difference between the long run Phillips curve, and this downward sloping is the short run Phillips curve. So this was all about the Phillips curve and the Angel curve. I hope you have understood. Very easy, just relationship between the x-axis and y-axis you have to remember, that inflation rate and the unemployment rate is the Phillips curve that shows the relationship between inflation rate and unemployment rate, and Angel curve shows the relationship between income and the quantity of the commodity. Okay, so in tomorrow's session we will understand about the Lefferts curve and we will understand about the Kuznets and environmental Kuznets curve. So now we come back to the previous equation of 2018. Which of the following states that there is inflation and unemployment have a stable and inverse relationship? So all of you must remember that it is the Phillips curve. Very easy question. Okay, so Phillips curve is the one, and usually when we are talking about the long run Phillips curve, then the examiner will write the long run. If it is writing only Phillips curve, then we usually take it as a short run Phillips curve. So thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through the number, and do tell me in the comment section that you want a video on the natural rate of unemployment, as it entails the frictional unemployment, structural unemployment. So thank you very much.